Hello everyone, it is John. It's time for a little bit of waffle. What has been up? Well, for the past week I have been experimenting with a 3D printer that was given to me quite some time ago, and I had a friend finally, well, not finally, but he churned up and showed me how to set it up and how to operate it, and consequently I think I spent a week going mad trying to print a whole heap of stuff and see how useful the 3D printer is. And it does have its advantages. However, the fact that it takes so long to do anything, and really its limited use for me, I thought that I could do far more useful things. However, I'm finding that I obviously need to consider a resin printer if I want to, I guess, get the effects that I really want. Sorry, somebody here is. What are you doing? Somebody's somebody's having a play. You can't see it at the moment, but he's being a weird. Really, what are you doing, Wicked? He's been out in the backyard and he's covered in. Yes, you're covered in cobbler's pegs, aren't you? Hmm. Yeah, he's covered in cobbler's pegs. So I found that, yeah, the 3D printer does have its limitations. Now, I've tried a number of things. I've tried terrain, which has had um, mixed results. Monsters, which, like this little chap here, I thought turned out reasonably well, but there have to be certain types that the printer can handle and can deal with the striations that come out of the filament printing. So there were issues that came with that. I mainly got it for thinking that I could do tokens and that. So the tokens have been mixed, have had sort of mixed results. I did some ones for Paleolithic. Um, so they've. Sorry, I'm dreadfully tired. I don't know why. I'm just not very well at present, and I've doing this waffle because I think I need to. I need to. But yeah, so the 3D printer, the best success I guess I had was with doing game inserts, which, as you'll see from the beginning of the video, the episode, the game was Age of Civilization, and because it's a small box, so it's only a small box. The inserts for that took 7.5 hours to print up, and I must admit I am pleased with the fact that it all nicely fits very snugly in the box. I probably need to get some very fine sandpaper and see whether or not sanding it down will get me a better result of an ease of pulling it out of the box. I don't know yet. It's something that I will have a look at eventually. But at this stage, I think my craze with 3D printing has finished. May also be to the fact that I've almost run out of spool for the filament, and I really just can't afford. Well, it's not that dear. I think it's about $27 for a spool of filament, but it's having to source where to get it, and then I'm not very big on online ordering. I prefer to be able to walk into a shop and be able to buy it off a shelf. But I'm told that's old-fashioned now, and that you should do everything online. I don't like doing everything online. But yeah. Anyway, there is that done. I thought I might spend this waffle on 5 behaviours in gaming groups that annoy me. And this has taken over quite a period of time. So this is from, I guess, from when I first started to play board games up until present. And they're not in any particular order. They're not ranked from worst to least. But these are just 5 behaviours that, to me, really really annoy. Well, yeah, they annoy me, and they really depress me, because it then makes me wonder, well, why do I bother playing games? But yeah. Anyway, first one is the pack behaviour to target the weakest gamer in the group, whether it's deliberate or unintentional. The next is ignoring the input of others. By that to also include conversations and opinions. So you will be trying to discuss something, and somebody else will start a conversation while you're obviously channeling your thoughts or whatever, and other people will latch onto that conversation and ignore the topic that you've brought up or that you want to discuss. So that's a behaviour that I find particularly annoying. Then you get those who talk over and dominate gameplay. So, again, similar to the first one, where you may be discussing or pointing something out, and somebody will jump in over the top and basically derail your input or conversation. Yeah. Then you have those who, and these I guess are the ones that really annoy me, the ones the most, are the ones that take great glory in knowing they beat you, even when they come second last and you're the last player. I can't understand what people find that they need to always beat one person, regardless of where their position is in the standing of things. I just don't know. That is a very, very odd behaviour, particularly when it's constantly demonstrated, and by that you'll deny a person victory points, or you'll deny another person just so that. But anyway. And last one is humiliating players for making poor decisions or grasping gameplay. Not everyone's a brilliant player. People turn up, play games for different reasons. So to humiliate people for, perhaps not quite understanding what they're doing is not good. So they are 5 behaviours that really annoy me. But yeah, that's just me. So, for me, games are meant to bring people together and to enjoy a social activity. That's all games are for me. I don't let them dominate my life. I don't live and breathe, an obsession with games. Oh, well, says me, who's got so many games sitting on his shelves. But, I don't go chasing a particular game designer. I don't look for just one aspect of game design, like deck building or worker placement and things like that. For me, I really don't care what the game is that's on the table, as long as I get to sit down and enjoy the company of others without hopefully encountering those 5 behaviours that I've just discussed. So for me, I might be lucky to get 8 hours of gaming perhaps during a week. And that's not always happening at the moment. It was happening for a while, but it's dropped a bit off of late. But for me, that's 8 hours of contact. And when you take that into context for a whole week of 168 hours, for me, that's only 4.76 hours of social interaction with other people, because otherwise I'm in social isolation. So for me, gaming is very important, and but yes, it's just sad that we can't always get what we want, is it? No, it's not. But anyway, look, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. The 3D printing, I suppose, some behaviour types that annoy me. It's pension week this week. Don't know I'm going to have much because all the quarterly bills are starting to arrive. So my electricity, my water bills arrived. I think there's a couple of no, the water bill, the electricity, the phone, and well, the phone turns up monthly now because the internet's connected to it. So, but you know, it's. I was hoping to have had a little bit more cash, but at this stage it looks like I will probably be lay-buying myself a copy of Quacks. I'm going to leave it at Quacks, and that. So, hey, Mister, let's see if I can get him up for a farewell. Here he is, my favourite person. Oh my goodness, you are covered in. You're not going to like me now after this, because he's going to have to go get himself decobbled, aren't you? How did you find him? I had the backyard mowed. Actually, I had the whole yard mowed, and yet you managed to find probably the one bush that's still standing that's got flipping cobbler's pegs on it. Anyway, everybody, be kind to everybody else. And until next time, signing off, the Honourable John.